years ago, a deadly virus arose in northeastern Africa. The virus spread through the air, attacking skin cells, bone marrow, spleen, and lymph nodes of its victims. The unlucky infected developed fevers, vomiting, and rashes. 30% of infected people died. During the second week of infection, survivors bore scars and scabs for the rest of their lives. Smallpox had arrived. In 1350 BC, the first smallpox epidemics hitting during the Hittite War. Egyptian prisoners spread smallpox to the Hittites, which killed their king and devastated his civilization. Insidiously, smallpox made its way around the world, via Egyptian merchants, then through the Arab world with the Crusades, and all the way to Europe with Spanish and Portuguese conquest. Since then, it has killed billions of people, with an estimated 300 to 500 million people killed in the 20th century alone. But smallpox is not unbeatable. In fact, before smallpox started, long before modern medicine, it began all the way back in 1032 AD according to a small book called The Correct Treatment of Smallpox. The botanist living in the unfamous mountain in the southern province of Sichuan would grind up smallpox scraps and blow the powder into nostrils of healthy people. She did this after noticing that those who managed to survive smallpox never got it again, and her treatment worked. The procedure, called variolation, slowly evolved, and by the 1700s the doctors were taking materials from sores and putting them into healthy people through 4 or 5 scratches on their arm. This worked pretty well. If inoculated, people would not get reinfected, but it wasn't foolproof. After 3% of people would still die after being exposed to the pox, would still It wasn't until the English physician Edward Jenner noticed something interesting about dairy meat that we got our modern solution. At the age 13, when Jenner was to a surgeon and apothecary in Salisbury near Bristol, he heard the dairymaid say I should never have smallpox, for have had a cowpox. I shall never have an ugly pock-marked face. Cowpox is a skin disease that resembles smallpox and infects cows. Later on, as a physician, he realized that she was right. Women who got cowpox didn't develop the deadly smallpox. Smallpox and cowpox viruses are from the same family, but when the virus infects an unfamiliar cause is in this case cowpox infecting a human, it is less virulent. So Jenner decided to test whether the cowpox virus could be used to protect against smallpox. In May 1396, Jenner found a young dairymaid, Sarah Nelms, who had fresh cowpox lesion on her hand and arm, caught from the otters from a cow named Blossom. Using the matter from her, he He inoculated James Phipps, the 8 years old son of his gardener, after a few days of fever and discomfort. The boy seemed to recover. 2 months later, Jenner inoculated the boy again, this time with matter from a French smallpox lesion. No disease developed, and Jenner concluded that protection was complete. His plan had worked. Jennifer later used the cowpox virus in several people and changed them repeatedly with smallpox, proving that they were immune to the disease. With this conclusion, Jenner invented the smallpox vaccination. Unlike variolation, which used actual smallpox virus to try to protect people, vaccination used the far less dangerous cowpox virus. The medical established caution, then as now, deliberated at length over its findings before accepting them, but eventually vaccination was gradually accepted. The variolation became prohibited in England in 1814 after large vaccination campaigns throughout the 19th and 20th centuries. The World Health Organization smallpox eradication in 1979. Jenner is forever remembered as the father of immunology. But let's not forget the body snore, Derry, Mead, Serenomus, and James Phipps, all heroes in the great adventure of vaccination who helped eradicate smallpox.